When I installed the floor in my 12 by 20 home gym shed that I'm in right now, I use horse stall mats. But when I installed them, I made a mistake. I made another video on the channel explaining what the mistake was that I made and kind of the two different ways that I went about fixing it. Now that it's been about 6 or 7 months, some of you in the comments have been asking for a follow-up video to show how well those repairs held up. So that's what this video is for. I wanna show you guys the two different methods that I used and, in my opinion, which one turned out way better. As a quick recap, the mistake that I made was not letting the stall mats acclimate to an average room temperature before installing them. In fact, I did the worst thing possible. I left them out in the sun before bringing them in and installing them and cutting them to size, which meant that they were really hot when I installed them, and I measured everything so that they had a nice, tight, snug fit, and there was barely any gap at the seams where the mats all lined up. Unfortunately, as it got cooler outside and cooler inside as well, the mats cooled off and they shrunk and they pulled apart, leaving big gaps in between where the seams were at each mat. So I tried 2 different things to fix this. In some places, I used black silicone caulk to fill the gaps, and in other places, I used black Gorilla Tape to cover the gaps. So let me show you up close real quick what that actually looks like. Okay, so you can see that I taped the seams running the long edge of the mats, but not the end seams, or the seam that runs all the way down the middle of the shed. And that one is the one that I used caulk on, and the others were taped. So here's how the caulked seam held up. As you can see this real well, but it really just completely filled in. And there's a slight divot right there because I actually did run my finger down that bead and kind of created a slight indentation. And my thought was that as these expanded back, that caulk may compress a little bit and push up to level, but it's still slightly indented. And interestingly, the mats shrunk the most lengthwise rather than widthwise. And because, there we go, and because I have this mini split in here, keeping it about 74 degrees, it doesn't get crazy hot in here. And so these mats really probably never will fully expand back to where they started. But this caulk has held up incredibly well. It hasn't pulled apart or separated. It's adhered to the mats really, really well. And it's completely filled in this crack so that there's no dust or debris or anything going down in there. The tape has held up pretty well in most places, but one thing that I have noticed from the tape is in some higher traffic areas already, I'm noticing that it's starting to peel or curl. Now, it's really not hard to just peel this up and to put another piece of tape down whenever this gets to the point where it needs to be replaced. The maintenance on that is pretty easy, which is a pro. But I'm also noticing this right here. Look at this seam right here. This pushes up probably a 1/4 inch almost. And I think that is because these mats have pushed together just a little bit, which has brought the tape in and created a little bit of a bubble in the middle. And that, to me, I don't love that. I mean, it's not a huge deal breaker, but I don't love that. I would love for that to be a little bit smoother. And the fact that I have to, deal with that, and it doesn't look great, kind of bothers me. And yeah, like, this is all personal preference, right? Some people pointed out in the comments, I could have just left the gaps and not done anything about them, but I wanted it to look a little bit nicer, a little bit more finished product. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What have you used in your own home gyms for flooring? What has gone well, what hasn't? And what do you think about the caulk versus tape? Would you use the tape? Would you use the caulk? I've seen a lot more people using the tape, the Gorilla Tape, with stall mats in their home gyms. I don't think I've ever seen anyone using the caulk, but if you can keep those stall mats from moving around too much and you just have some gaps to fill, man, I think it turned out pretty well. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think. And if you're considering getting a shed and turning it into a home gym or a home office like I did, and you're wondering whether you should build it yourself or whether you should just buy a pre-built shed and convert it, then definitely check out this next video where I break down the complete pros and cons for either approach so you can make the best decision possible.